Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, we are going to be reacting to DBG ranking the best shooting guards in NBA 2K21 on a tier list. Now, the reason I do these videos, if you're wondering, well, Ty, why do you do that? Here's the thing. I could do my own tier list, but I like listening to what DBG at least says because he knows more than I do on next gen, and that way I can give you guys my thoughts on current gen as well. So I think this is kind of a better informational video than if I just strictly did it myself, so you guys can kind of just see my initial reaction to everything as well. So shout out to DBG for doing these tier lists. Make sure to go subscribe to him and watch all of his content if you don't already do so. And if you are new to my channel, please smash that subscribe button as we're on the road to 70,000 subscribers. So I don't know, the shooting guard list looks pretty solid. I see Tracy McGrady, I see Steven Jackson. There's some solid guys here.
So these are the cards we have got.
I mean, all the way through there, I would say that I think the small forward position, I don't know. I feel like the small forward position is usually pretty weak primary. I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to think right now who usually plays shooting guard for me, because a lot of these guys that I'm looking at aren't really too great. I mean, you look at Emmanuel Quickly, Gary Trent Jr., look at a lot of these guys. Not very good. We also got Van Arsdale. Those cards are also very, very solid. So it's just going to be intriguing as a whole just to see where DBG prioritizes
We're gonna be ranking them from
guys.
S tier all the way.
And I already
to
see who's number who's number one.
First
This dude stinks. This dude stinks. Like, he stinks. If you get Invincible Allen Iverson, guys, you need to, like, test yourself, because what is he doing?
I mean, he's got 99 every single
I don't
stat.
care, DBG. He's 6
it's
foot
hard.
tall.
Like, I get it, he's small. I can't put him above C tier, but
all I'm going to say is your D through E through worthless better be way worse than AI, because this dude stinks. I would have him at worthless.
like, I kind of
I
want
don't
to
know.
put him higher, but
what?
again, he's
Higher?
But again, he's got 99 everything.
He's
so
6 foot tall, DBG.
it's hard to, or he's 6 foot tall. It's hard to put him higher. He's at 99 everything. It's hard to put him lower.
The
You go
dude
C
can't
tier.
compete.
This Anthony Edwards, D tier. He sucks.
He's better than AI. Yeah, I'll be willing to say it. If I was going to a competitive game with one of the two cards, I'd want Anthony Edwards.
He again,
he's not that good.
Range. You
He's
can
not
only
that
really
good.
use
You're
him on
right,
next gen.
but
He's
he's
not
better
very
than
good on current
he's better
gen.
than AI.
I mean, he's all. I think saying he sucks is kind of
That's what I'm saying. He's not
probably
that bad.
not the right way to describe him, but he is not very good.
He's not great.
That
No,
is probably
he's not.
the
He's
best
only
way
6'5".
to describe.
But my thing is, I say Ant's only 6'5". I say AI is 6 feet tall.
Not a very good card. He's got base 80, which again is a half decent. Like, if it's a half decent release, like if you're on next gen, not half decent. It's a good release, but I mean, I don't think it's a very good release on current. So
no, Ant's not that good. I'm not gonna be the first to say that. He's better than that bum ahead of him, though.
What's called? We got him in D tier.
Billy Owens, if you are on next gen, is solid. He's solid on next gen.
Billy Owens is solid, but he's not he's by no means spectacular.
What is he, 6'8"? I think he's 6'8".
He is an all-around,
I mean,
just solid player.
If you have Billy Owens and have success
His
with him, he's fine. He is fine. I've seen him used on next gen in some
he's
pretty
got a bit of a lack of hot zones.
So.
And he's got like Dame.
Do not use him on
very
current
quick.
gen.
And
Trust
I know
me,
it's
not current gen.
a preferable
Next
release
gen,
for
maybe.
most people.
Now,
Like, I know a lot of
Dame's
people are
stinks.
not the biggest fans of Dame base.
He stinks.
So,
but if you're on next
will
gen,
say
you can
that-
use Billy
that,
Owens, and I don't think there's a problem with it. Current gen wise, don't.
if you're not a fan of Dame base, you're probably not gonna like this card. But at the end of the day, he's still pretty decent.
He is.
6'2" guard. Boris
Diaw, he's good.
Get into A tier.
He's good. I like it, DBG. I like
I don't know why anyone says about his tier. Like, he's literally.
Here's the thing, guys. Diaw has every key badge.
He's as good as a pink diamond, except he's a point guard / 2 guard. It's even
Diaw is
position.
good. He's good.
His best position, I'm not quite sure if his best position is the point guard or the 2.
I would say you need to run another playmaker
I will
with
say
him.
that, but
I'll
I'm
say
not
that.
sure
But if he just has to be
his
a
best
cone,
position is
in my opinion, he's a better version of the Galaxy Opal Dark. Or yeah, isn't it the new Galaxy Opal Larry Bird? Boris is better than him.
Either way, though, it doesn't really matter. He's incredible.
That's my
Unbelievable
thoughts on
base.
it. Boris Diaw is good.
Great behind the back, Curry slide, dunks and everyone. Good height. He's really good. Bradley Beal.
He's not very good.
I mean, he's going Iverson tier.
If you're next gen, he's fine.
He's got.
Your next gen, he's so much better than AI.
Pop blinders.
He's not very
which
good.
a lot of people say,
oh
yeah.
If he's
like,
current gen, he's probably worthless. That's why Bradley Beal to me would be D tier probably, because on next gen he's okay. Current gen, he
usually
stinks.
way higher than him. You love blindness players. Like, I love the badge, but like if you've got slasher dribble style, you're 6'3", can't play the point guard.
He should
Although
be
I will say
D-tier,
height matters more on point guards than 2 guards right now. No, like...
And that's why I think Allen Iverson is so unusable, because whether you play him at point guard or shooting guard, the dude is 6 feet tall. He cannot compete.
He's not very good. He is not very good, so I'm putting him into...
Nah, Beal stinks, guys.
C tier right here. I don't think he's quite as bad as Anthony Edwards, but he's that tier.
Brandon
Ingram or Brandon Roy. Okay.
B's probably the right spot. B's probably the right spot. I think Billy Owens is better, though.
I don't regret at all going for him. Actually,
did we ever get a good Brandon Roy?
If I was playing Unlimited I was playing Unlimited in 20, I wouldn't regret it. But I play 5v5 and I didn't use the guy in 3v3. I don't regret him from a card collecting perspective because that's what I have fun doing in my team. But
I'm glad I didn't grind for Brandon Roy. Like I'm personally glad I didn't grind those.
So
he's fine.
By that logic,
if you have a lot of success with Brandon Roy, he's fine.
He was my best player for a while, but
especially like offense type modes.
Middle of the pack.
He's better than Allen Iverson and Bradley Beal on both gens. He's better.
And when I say all right, I do mean all right. Like he's decent.
Like AI does not belong in C tier. You guys might think I'm trolling, but he belongs in D or E tier. It's the truth. He's 6 feet tall.
A really downgraded version of that Ray Allen. But again, he was a free card season 6.
Bruce Bowen defensively is solid.
As far as those cards went in season 6, he came out on a good weekend. I do have fond memories of that card because he came out the weekend of the out of position packs. So he came out the Friday.
I don't know how DBG has such a good memory.
Also that weekend were obviously Bradley Beal and stuff.
He has the best memory out of everybody.
That was the one good weekend. Not really one good weekend. Season 6 started off really well. That was the beginning of the end. The weekend
season 6 was a disaster.
Right before season 6.
Season 6 was bad.
Went awful. With that game, season went awful.
Season 6 did. You're speaking the truth, Buddy.
He was a reward.
I just don't know.
I'm putting Buddy Hield in A tier. Buddy Hield mini.
Mini DBG. I don't know about all this. Isn't he 6? What is he? 6'4"?
That's the only way I can describe him.
I do not think he's better than Billy Owens. I'll go out on a limb and say that. You guys might disagree, but on current gen or next gen, give me Billy Owens.
Kobe Bryant. He's definitely not as good as Kobe. He is a mini Kobe.
He might be 6'5".
Same release, really nice upper.
I mean, his release, but that's all he's going to be able to.
His player build is big in game.
It's just defensively, you got to have some sort of height, DBG. I know you don't value height, but you have
very high on this guy right here.
I can tell. You got him in A tier.
Cheney.
Chill on Calvert. I dare you to put him anywhere but A tier.
I mean, this
is blasphemous. You got Buddy Hield in A tier, and you're just disrespecting Calvert Cheney.
Tough one.
Because
he's actually
terrible.
Decent enough. Like Egan Curry, he's got a good release.
This DBG always does this with cards he doesn't like he changes his tone of voice, like he talks like this, like he wants to find everything bad about him. But with Buddy Hield, he was like super excited. Now with Calvert, he's like trying to diminish him.
I just prefer Buddy.
Good Lord,
I know
man.
People are going, I know, and I not people. I know one person
because he's bad. DBG.
With the attitude of he's 6'4" versus 6'7".
He is. He is 6'4" versus 6'7".
And at the 2 guy, like it doesn't matter on next gen. Like it literally doesn't matter if you're
DBG. It doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. So let me ask you this question. You will go up against like Giannis at the 1, KD at the 2, Don Maker at the 3. Who is Buddy Hield guarding? Is he guarding Kevin Durant? Ben Simmons? Or Giannis at the 1? Who is he going to guard? He can't guard anywhere, whereas Calvert can maybe at least hold his own versus KD.
If you're running a 6'7" 2 guard or 6'4" 2 guard, it doesn't matter.
Trust me.
Buddy,
especially movement-wise,
he's going to do more on that gen. Cheney's going to be a little bit better.
A lot better.
I will admit that. But again, no half range on Cheney.
He doesn't need half range.
28 is a really good release, but it's not Kobe base.
It's better on current gen than Kobe base. Debate a wall.
So for me, I'm gonna say Cheney might go up, but I think Buddy Hield is a lot better on next gen. I think Cheney's slightly better on current gen.
Way better on current gen.
Not even a lot better on one gen.
Cheney, whatever you want to call it, is so much better on current gen. It's not close. But it's preference.
Yeah, again,
that's fine. It's preference.
Cheney is very solid. So it might end up being a case of Cheney going up.
And I'm not that high on Buddy Hield either. So that's another thing. Like, I'd have Billy Owens over Buddy. So that's my opinion on things. But I value height a lot.
Cassius Stanley. I mean, he's 6'5" point guard.
He's way better than Allen Iverson.
He's not very good.
Way better than that.
I used him in game. He's not very good. And he should be.
He's not that bad.
Like, his
Cassius
overall
Stanley is not
game
bad.
is all right. Like, if you look through stats and badges of the card,
he's
like,
good.
He's actually pretty decent. It's just I've used him.
I've never played him either with Cassius either.
Okay, so now we're gonna put in the lower ranked players. Okay.
Let's see here. D'Angelo Russell.
Are any of these guys worthless?
Worthless.
That is a tough one. I think I've put some of these guys definitely too high tiers.
You did.
Because I think the worst player on here may be Anthony Edwards.
Allen Iverson's worse than him. That's the crazy thing about it.
I was like, I mean, Costa's not great. Is he not Costa? Thanasis is not great.
I'm trying to look and see who's terrible in this list.
There's a few cards that I would say aren't great, but
D'Lo's not very good anymore.
Worthless? I mean, Lou Dort is not very good. He's not that much worse than Beal. I think everyone's going down a tier.
They've got to.
We just had a really bad... Screw it, you're going middle.
No way at that C tier you left Allen Iverson.
You're going down.
There's no way you move everybody down besides Allen Iverson. There's just no way.
Oh, I don't know. These are all... So many of these guys are similar level. And Buddy
Hield is outside of Allen Iverson, he stinks.
From looking at the cards we have, yeah, Buddy Hield is not in the top 15 cards here.
Get him off A tier.
So, Buddy, you go down to B tier. I do rate Barsdia very highly. Chris Morris.
6'8".
He's not terrible. He's also not very good. He can't create for himself at all.
I just don't love his release.
In my opinion.
He is. Cheney is
C tier.
Chris
Mullen.
Mullen's good. If you want a pure spot-up shooter, Mullen's your guy. He's knocked down.
You can definitely make the argument that Chris Mullen is better than
definitely knocked down. I mean, they're gonna do the same thing. I think Boris is a little bit more complete.
He's a chicken man. We're changing the name of the tier from F tier, worthless tier to F tier, because there is no worthless cards here really. And this is where we gotta put like Lou Dort and Anthony Edwards.
See, Lou Dort's just small, but he's not that bad. I'm not gonna argue that. Ant's not that great.
Mainly because you have to badge him up. He's awful if he's not range. Like, he doesn't even come with range.
I mean, Amethyst. Wait,
is Levine maybe?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not
a
that
little
good.
bit better.
He is.
He's a little bit better.
E tier's fine for him. He's not that good though.
To be honest.
I still don't get how AI is C tier though. That's so bad.
He's one of the more underrated cards in the game. This Levine, especially on next gen, but he's not great. Taylor Horton Tucker.
Never used the card.
Cost or Thanasis. Yeah, I think both of them in E tier.
All right, we're starting to fill these lower tiers out. I like this.
Like, I used Thanasis in my gameplay for the Milwaukee Bucks squad, and he really wasn't up to much. I've used him in quite a few.
I've never used him at all, so I can't really say too much.
I tried to use him in limited. People were telling me to use his duo with Costa because they have a dynamic duo. It did not work out well for me. This Michael Jordan into D tier.
Here's my thing. Here's my problem, DBG. If I go into a competitive game, I can compete with that Michael Jordan. You can say whatever you want. I can compete with the Diamond MJ. I cannot compete with Allen Iverson. It's just that simple, DBG. Look, I know you don't want to hear this, but it's the truth.
Again, you can make the argument that he's better than Iverson.
He is.
You can definitely make that argument.
He is.
I don't think he's better. Nah, he's going up one tier. He's going C tier.
He's better than Iverson.
He's going C tier.
Thank you.
Emmanuel Quickly.
He's not very good.
Emmanuel Quickly.
He's not very good.
Like,
I've gotten dropped off by him a couple of times.
He has cooked me before.
Me too. DBG, you're not the only one. I've gotten fried by him before too.
He's a little bit small.
By multiple
better
people.
Than Beal. I don't know.
If you know how to dribble, Quickly can definitely cook, man. Let me tell you.
Okay, Clyde Drexler, C.
Clyde's
decent though.
He's okay.
He is a chicken.
The moment we get a good Clyde, watch out. He's gonna be solid.
It's like the gap between all of these guards is almost nothing.
Besides AI.
Like the gap between even like Taylor Horton Tucker and Bars D out isn't that big. It's it's like there's a noticeable difference.
I get what he's saying. I get what DBG
is saying. E tier versus A tier here. Tino Mobley, 6'4". I mean, is he better than Taylor Horton Tucker? I don't know.
I don't know. I've used Coutinho.
I can't objectively say he's better. He's still a 6'4".
I've never used Taylor Horton Tucker, so I don't know.
The ball well. There are no bad cards on this list, hence why we named it F tier. Like D'Lo wants to go into F tier.
D'Lo, that's the right spot for him. He's just
this
a little
card's
outdated.
unusable on next gen.
Current gen, he's not that bad.
He's unusable. He's got decent on current gen. He is unusable.
But he's not really good anymore. Where's he gonna drag Darius Miles? I'm intrigued.
It's bad on very quick. It's unusably bad on quick.
On next gen. On current gen, it's not bad on quick.
I've tried to use this guy when he came out. Like I grinded for him. I grinded for all these cards. He was not.
D'Lo is a fun card to use though.
Darius Miles.
He's at least C tier.
Do I want to put Miles?
You know what? I think Darius Miles is B tier. But I like Chris Morris at B tier too. But I value height. You guys know I value height. I think Miles is better than Buddy Hield.
6'9" with a really good release. So I'm gonna go B tier, but it's close.
His upper's
I don't think Darius
weird.
Miles and Billy Owens there's any like it's preference between those
right,
two guys.
It is. Both those guys on next gen are
Miles
solid.
just got that little bit of height advantage over like a Jordan or a Clyde. DeRozan. Is DeRozan the top 5 here? No, but it's close.
Yeah, I don't think he is, but I do think it's close.
I'm gonna put DeRozan in A tier for now.
I'm fine with that. DeRozan for his price is not bad.
I love Diao.
Diao just belongs more with B tier than A tier. This is true.
I don't think I can put him in the same tier as DeRozan. Devin Vassell.
I love him
he's
a lot,
usable.
Man.
He's usable, and it's like Devin Vassell versus Okoro. It's preference. I prefer Okoro.
You know what's crazy about that, DBG? Is both the Okoro and Vassell are so much better than AI. I mean, if you're gonna put Vassell at D tier, you got. I think the Vassell and Okoro belong at the same tier.
But like,
I'm not even mad about you putting Okoro.
All of these guys are good, and I hate having to put them in lower tiers. Like the gap between the. This is the video where there will be the least gap between like B and F tier. Because if someone wanted to argue to me that even guys in E tier are better than guys in B tier, it's like it's hard. Like this is the first one.
I don't know. You can maybe argue it.
Normally I say I'm always within 2 tiers. These tiers are all so close that like these cards are all so close, tightly bunched together. That
I get what DBG is
2
saying,
tiers off where you would put a card.
Like some people probably like
and
a
normally,
guy like Bruce
there's
Bowen
so
more than
many
Buddy
good
Hield.
cards that this is just like it's just preference at this stage. It is just purely preference.
It is, but AI is not a preference-based card. That card stinks.
And we got Richard.
Is he A tier or S?
Richard is better on next gen than DeRozan, but Tom is better than Richard. On
I don't know. On current gen, they're both incredible. I've used them both.
They're the same
both
cards.
So elite.
One's better on next. One's better on current.
They're both so elite. It's just the steady shooter blinders or the base 98 Dwyane Wade, but I mean,
he might
basically
go S.
the same card.
Honestly,
I'm not gonna.
I
if
have
you want
him over DeRozan.
Me too.
He might go S, even though
I
I
have him
love
over
that
DeRozan too.
Dylan Brooks.
He's not bad.
C tier.
I know a lot of people hated on Dylan Brooks, but he's not bad. He's not the best card in the game, but he's not bad.
Like he's fine. He's got base 22. If you like base 22, you're gonna like the card. If you don't like base 22, you're gonna hate the card.
He's fine. Dylan Brooks is okay.
There are 27 cards that are the exact same as him in game. He's C tier.
You're right. But his name's
Drazen.
This dude stinks. I'm sorry.
I'm putting Drazen in B tier.
On next gen, he's okay. B tier is exactly where he belongs, but he's such a letdown.
I'm putting Drazen.
Why do we have to grind all these unlimited games for Drazen Petrovic? 2K, can you please update the card? Why? It doesn't even make sense.
He's fine. He's 6'5", so he's undersized. Like if I
do not
cannot compare him to the Van Aardel twins.
No, you
they
can't
are both
at all.
So much better than Drazen.
You can't. And I'm gonna get Drazen, and as much as I want him to be good, he's just not good.
He might go to A tier. He might go to A tier. So now we have got Dwyane Wade.
This D Wade stinks.
At this stage in the game, he's F tier. You can argue,
anymore.
yeah, he's over Levine in certain situations, but in certain situations, especially on, he's the worst player on this entire list on next gen.
Current gen,
so I gotta put him in F tier. This Dwyane Wade though,
that Dwyane Wade is good. He is good, man.
Now hear me out. Hear me out.
He is good, man.
Is he better than Tom Van Aardel? At the 2.
At the 2?
Put Tom Van Aardel in wherever Tom is.
At the 2, it's tough though, DBG.
They both have Dwyane Wade released.
So
they both have really good, or they both have different uppers.
I like Tom's release more,
better
I think.
Is Tom Van Aardale than Dwyane Wade? Or say, is Dwyane Wade than Tom Van Aardale?
I don't know if he is. I think he might be, but I would never play.
Tom Van Aardale's taller.
It's so tough.
But yes, Wade can play the point. But Wade's best position, in my opinion, is at the 2. Because
with all the new point guards we have,
you can get away with a 6'4" 2 guard a lot better than you can get away with a 6'4"
My
point
thing
guard.
is this, though. My thing is this. What Dwyane Wade gives you that a guy like Buddy Hield or some other guys don't give you, first of all, he's a cheesy offensive player. And Dwyane Wade gets insane defensive animations.
95% of the time against a 6'8" plus point guard, and it's very rare you come up against a 6'8"
Like, the
2 guard
animations Wade gets on defense are just second to none. They're so elite.
Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about this one.
I think they all just belong in A tier. You can't separate them.
Wade in S tier.
You can't separate any of them.
And Tom Van Aardale, who's basically the same card. I get it. Wade's got 99 everything, but they're basically the same card.
They are. And if you want to argue that, I mean, I
Wade,
guess
one of my favorite players
it's
of
all
all
preference.
But
Dwyane Wade, I mean, it's just tough. There's only 5 people at S tier. It's tough.
Oh, I don't know.
And it all goes back to play style as well. If you're a cheeseball, Dwyane Wade's probably one of your top shooting guards in the game. If you like moving around screens and stuff. But for me, the defensive end, I wouldn't have any of those guys in S tier.
Okay, Eddie Johnson, man. There are 2 Eddie Johnsons that played in the NBA. Thankfully, this Eddie Johnson is not the other Eddie Johnson. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but he's not wrong on that one.
I mean, he's got blinders, which is a positive on one gen, negative on another. I mean,
C
if
tier
you're
is
on
perfect.
current gen,
just leave him at C tier. Do not use him on current gen. And I love the Eddie Johnson we had last year. If you guys remember Eddie Johnson from last year, that dude was incredible. We got him early on.
Eddie Jones, the same card. The same card.
Yeah, they are basically the same card.
That's all I'm going to say is that Eddie Johnson and Eddie Jones are the same.
And it's sad because, like, early on, the Diamond Eddie was so elite, but it's just like
you might be
I don't know. This Eddie
say, oh no, they're different. I mean, they've got the same jump shot base, same jump shot upper. They're the same card. They're the same behind the back. I'm pretty sure they've got all the same animations. Heck, even their first names are the same, and they have the same. Like, there's only a couple of letters separating them.
That's
like
actually
the first
crazy.
8 letters of their first name and second name are the same. For 7 letters, sorry.
Nice job, math teacher DBG. Anyways, Evan Fournier.
D tier, but Fournier was great when he came out.
He was good when he came out as far as exchange rewards, but
did not stand the test
shout
of time.
Shout out to 2K for launching him because
he was great when he came out.
For releasing him.
Gary Harris,
making him attainable. Current gen, he's terrible.
C, great on next gen, mediocre on current gen. C tier. Gary Trent.
Where's he gonna put Kawhi?
He's okay.
We'll see where
definitely
he takes
don't
Kawhi
use him on next gen. He's okay on current gen.
I'm excited to.
Jalen Rose, he's in that like tall 6'8" category.
Jalen Rose is a card I have not used, so I can't really say much about Jalen Rose.
Trevor Ariza, you're gonna like.
I do like Trevor Ariza though.
They're basically Trevor Ariza is a left, or basically he's a left-handed Trevor Ariza.
I do like my man's Trevor Ariza.
Speaking of Trevor Ariza, yeah, Trevor Ariza's here. They're the same. They're the same card. One's just right-handed, one's left-handed.
When Ariza first came out, I really thought he was gonna break the game.
Rose is
He's good. I could never get that release down to a science, man.
I'm gonna get some heat for this, but I'm putting Jamal Crawford in B tier. I'm a huge fan. He's one of my favorite point guards using this game. He's one of my favorite scorers.
Jamal Crawford? Why do I not even see him in B tier? He's not even at B tier. Where's your Jamal Crawford?
Not the greatest defense.
Oh, there he is. My thing is this: he's only 6'5". I guess, man. I do not rate Jamal Crawford highly. But that's my opinion.
Offensively, he's spectacular. But again, it's one of those situations.
I don't rate him.
You don't like Jamal Crawford, and you want to put him in D tier. I'm not gonna argue.
I'd probably put him in C tier. He's
like
not
the gap
bad.
between a Crawford and like a freaking like Coutinho Mobley's not that big.
This is true. Harden's not.
I mean, I prefer CashNasty to this Harden. I'm gonna put this Harden in
B. That's where I put Invincible.
I'm putting this Harden in B tier. I'm putting the good Harden in B tier, the bad Harden in E tier. I hate this Harden. This Harden's alright, but
the good Harden's okay. Like if you're a huge Harden fan, you can use him. Shout out to Harden, man. Hopefully he gets back playing because I want to see what he can do in the playoffs. But we'll see what KD's made of, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Comparing this Harden, in my opinion, to the Van Aardales, Wade, and DeRozan, nah.
You can't. A tier is definitely a step up.
Nah,
he's
not in the comparison. Jaylen Brown,
he's fine. B.
I mean,
he's fine.
B, C.
He's gonna do the job for you.
He's fine. I think that's the only way I can describe him.
Not my favorite shooting guard by any means, but he's fine.
I mean, he's low B tier.
I was gonna say B is where he belongs. I don't even think you can get by with running him in a comp game anymore.
God.
Like compared to Wade, Van Arsdale's, I just don't know.
Don't get it twisted. Hondo was one of the best
for his time. Yeah,
he was one of the best players in the game.
I never locked in Hondo, but it's
Hondo B tier. Josh Smith
S.
A tier, and he might. Man, I gotta.
I'm fine with, you know what? I'm fine with A tier with the guys at A tier. I'm fine with that. You can argue Van Arsdale's or Josh Smith. I like Josh Smith.
I gotta move someone up to S. Let's just put in the no-brainer S tier players.
I thought he was about to grab Sidney Moncrief there. Just grab Invincible T-Mac.
Kobe's. And
wait, he took both Kobe's to S tier?
This T-Mac.
Wait, whoa. He took that Kobe to S tier. Hold up. He thinks that Kobe's better than the Van Arsdales and Josh Smith. See, for me, I don't necessarily agree with that. Because my thing is, Kobe's only 6'6". So if you compare that to the Van Arsdales, I mean, he's 1 inch taller. They got better releases. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about the other Kobe being S tier.
And who else?
There's
Ray's
not that
probably
much
best
of a
at
difference.
next gen, so I gotta put Ray in there.
An S tier?
I gotta put Ray in there because he's the best.
DBG, man. DBG, man. On current gen, he's like C tier.
But he's also not very good on current, so it's a bit of a weird. Do I put Ray down?
You can't put Ray in S tier. You cannot.
But like these two Kobe's are the same card, basically.
There's some differences, badge-wise especially. There's a big enough difference between those Kobe. You were separated like the MJs and Zions because of Hall of Fame range. Here's my thing. Kobe's are enough different. I think the Galaxy Opal Kobe is A tier. That's
Tracy
my opinion.
McGrady. I mean, I might put the T-Max. It's such a close one again. Like if you out of all of these cards right here, you could make an argument for any one of these guys in S tier.
I think it's Josh Smith.
You could make an argument that DeRozan's better than Kobe. The Van Arsdale's better than Kobe or T-Mac.
You definitely can, but I don't think the Galaxy Opal Kobe in S tier is.
You make an argument for any of these guys.
That's not me. Move the other Kobe down for now.
I'll see what I do at the end. J.O.R. High B.
Next gen, he's very
High
good.
B, he's good.
Even on current gen, he's solid.
Very, very good.
It's going to be interesting when we get like a JR with a very quick release.
This position is stacked.
He's C tier.
Juan Carlos Navarro.
He is so much better than AI. It's not even comparable, but he's
a little bit small at the point guard position and at the 2.
Where are you taking Kawhi?
He still got weight on quick and like Showtime and everything. Kawhi. I mean,
no way. There's no way you're taking him to B tier, DBG. There's no way. There's no way.
I don't know.
There's no way.
He's one of the best cones in the game.
Chill on calling him a cone.
Is he better than...
He's better than everybody at B tier, and it's not close.
I mean, for me, he's not. He's a tier below at DeRozan. He's a tier below.
Kawhi is still one of my top. He's one of my favorite shooting guards in the game. In my opinion, Kawhi belongs at A tier. Now, that's my opinion. Because of how much I absolutely love the card on current gen. It's just so tough. It is so tough. I think he at least belongs
in A. He's a tier below a Ray Allen.
You can't say he's a tier below Ray Allen when he's so much better than Ray on current gen and Ray's slightly better on next gen. That's the part that gets me tripped up about these tier lists. It's like it so heavily favors next gen.
He's also probably a tier above some of these guys in B tier.
He's A tier. It's no
question.
Screw it.
Pick your battles, Mick. Pick your battles, Mick. I don't particularly like the card, and I've used him.
Thank you for putting him at A tier.
As in, like, he's very, very good in from a competitive standpoint.
Oh, he's incredible.
I mean, he doesn't really do much on offense except
he green shots.
Not only does he not do much, he can't really do much. And he's just steady on current gen. So if you're not greening, you're gonna.
Kawhi can move on offense. I promise you.
So I'll put
especially
Kawhi
when
in
he gets
A,
takeover.
Not the biggest fan. Kevin Porter Jr.
B.
I mean, KPJ is different. KPJ is like
I just don't know
he'll be
about
probably
this.
the worst player in this A tier.
Yeah,
but man, KPJ is different to J.R. Smith. I don't care what anyone says.
I mean,
there's just something about Kevin Porter Jr. He moves better. He shoots better.
Like DBG just said, pick your battles. I'm gonna pick one.
There's just something about KPJ.
No point in me arguing with this.
Heck, for me, even gold KPJ or not gold, ruby KPJ shoots better for me than this J.R. Clay's
diamond Clay is not good.
C and B.
What?
And like Opal Clay would go in C tier as well. They're both just
Dark Matter Clay is good,
players
guys.
And
Dark Matter Clay, if you want to use him, if you like Klay Thompson, He is one of the best players. He's the best player at B tier, and it's not close.
I don't like play release. I'm very quick on either gen.
Quite honestly, he could easily be A tier.
I can tell you I don't like the release. So if you like Clay release, be my guest. Put him higher. I don't like Clay's release.
I'm fine.
And I would take any of these guys here over Clay. And I don't care what his defensive stats say. Anytime I play against Clay, I just run by him. Clay does not play good defense.
Clay is fine. Chill on Clay. Nah, he's so mid. I mean,
he's like a worse Trevor Ariza, Jaylen Brown, and Jalen Rose. So
C tier is probably right. I never was a massive fan of Korver.
You don't belong either, Billy Owens. Yeah, Chaney and I'm gonna put Chaney and Buddy Hield. Buddy's one of the these are two of the lower players here.
That's fine.
But yeah, these guys.
That's fine.
Now we're looking a little bit better. Billy Owens.
Can we get AI out of C tier?
Does not belong with those guys.
On next gen, Billy Owens is
Lionel
fine.
Simmons. If you're on next gen, he's B. If you're on current gen, he's like D.
Yeah, current gen, he's not it. I'm fine with C tier. Again, I'm fine with it. I know DBG loves him on next gen, so I'm fine with that.
Malik Sealy.
He's got to be
so
right
high
with
on him. I'm higher on Malik.
He went higher with Malik Sealy. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
The more I use him, the more I like him.
No, for me, I don't really use Malik Sealy, but when he came out, he was so good.
Anytime I've just had to use, there's a bunch of situations like in Spotlight Sims, I had to use him for like Clippers. There's a bunch of times I've had to use him for like.
He is so elite for a budget player.
My God, Malik Sealy has been cooking with
Can we get like a
base.
dark matter, Malik?
Malik Sealy, one of the most underrated players in the game. Definitely not above B tier, but definitely one of the lower end of B tier. But like him versus Calvert Chaney's a debate. I would probably go for Sealy.
It is.
Manu
it definitely is close.
Manu.
Look, Manu's fine, but it's like the more tall point guards
in the right hands,
the more unusable Manu becomes.
Manu's
No.
In my hands, Manu's C tier.
Manu is not
Manu
A tier.
in B tier. I like Manu a lot.
I'm fine with B tier. He is not
in the
A
right
tier,
hands.
no.
He's like for me, Crawford. I use Crawford over Manu, and I've always used Crawford over Manu. So for that reason, I can't put Manu a tier ahead of Crawford. But most people will probably put Manu in A tier.
Not me.
Michael Cooper.
He is so chicken.
Mediocre. He's a little bit undersized. I mean, C
tier's right. He is so chicken.
Fine. Michael Jordan.
B.
I
I'm
don't
fine with
like
that.
Jordan.
Pick your battles. He's B.
I'm gonna say this. He doesn't belong in like. Again, most people are gonna say he belongs in B tier, but I would have him close. Like I don't think for me, Michael Jordan's that much different than Billy Owens, but he's definitely a tier better than the Diamond Jordan.
Michael Jordan belongs right
Michael
there.
Red.
If you're on next gen,
he's
Red
like
is
slightly worse Kawhi on current gen, but he's slightly better Kawhi on next gen.
He is. Current
but
gen,
he's also
not
objectively just worse Ray Allen on next gen. So
current gen, they're really not
in the
comparable.
same tier as Ray Allen. So Michael Red, you go into B tier. Mikal Bridges is B tier as well.
Not gonna argue that.
B tier is we're really getting high in numbers.
But I think it's fine.
Like, we got Mikal Bridges in B tier.
Who are you gonna take out of there? I mean, maybe
Bridges,
Buddy Hield.
Base 80, his movement, his defense. He was my starting two guard for so long, and he's been incredible. We have another. Are there more B tier players to come?
Steven Jackson's got to be B. Vince Carter probably.
Robert Reed's B tier as well.
What?
Personal preference. I love Kevin Durant based on very quick, and he's got everything.
Kevin Durant based on very quick on current gen is hard to agree with. It is. It's hard to agree with. I like Robert Reed. I like Robert Reed. He's good.
Fantastic.
But that release is kind of hard to agree
with. Great defense. People would be raving about this card if he had a higher.
You're exactly right,
Robert
though,
Reed,
DBG. You are exactly right by saying that.
Do I? Oscar Robertson's. He's like, I don't know if Oscar Robertson's B or A tier.
He's B.
I kind of like his release. He's better than Hart. He's slightly better than Hart.
He's
but
B tier though.
So slightly better that I'm gonna put him in B tier as well.
You can't put him in A tier.
Yeah, Big O again, a really good player. Like, man, you can even use any. You could use these C tier players.
Not AI, but most of them.
I'm gonna drop some players here.
Drop Allen Iverson.
You go down. Iverson, you're going down.
Let's go, man. I am.
Devin Vassell,
Let's go, man.
Clay's going
Thank
down.
you. It's about time you move that bona fide scrub down. Yeah, DBG, since you moved AI down, you can move whoever you want anywhere, man. You can move Calvert down now. That's fine.
I'll stick with that for now.
Oh, man. Y'all, that got my blood flowing, man.
I can't believe I started the list with Boris Dio and A tier. Now we got these guys. So then we got
This is
Pistol
looking good.
Pete.
Hey,
Yeah, I gotta put Pistol Pete in B tier. He's the best. He's one of the best on next gen. He's bad on current gen.
He's fine on next gen, but
tier.
Hall of Fame steady isn't as powerful as it once was because so many people have it now, especially with the ability to apply it to your players from the token market. That right.
I mean, he belongs in D, but he's pretty good.
On current gen, that dude is
great
worthless.
when he came out.
That card got so much hype, but on current gen, he stinks.
So yeah, he's going D tier, but he was great.
I'm not a fan of RJ Barrett. I'll be the first to say it.
Barrett.
For me, he'd be C. I'm not a fan of the card.
He's B tier as well.
I'm not a fan of it, but it's fine.
He's like Rudy.
Take your battles.
He's basically like not even just Rudy. He's like
I like Calbert more than RJ, but that's me.
I mean, how many guys are we just gonna be putting in this middle tier? Rudy Fernandez. I mean, you were great.
He was so good when he first came out.
You were so good for your
Hall
time.
of Fame, Showtime.
Was
Rudy was so elite, man.
Sarunas Marcellinus, a little bit worse than like a.
I have no idea.
James Harden.
There are people that run him though.
I'll put him in.
There are quite a few people that run him.
Sarunas is better than Hondo, in my opinion.
It all comes down to how you value Hondo, but it's like
I feel like
Hondo just got so much less useful with the Van Arsdales as well as Dwyane Wade. Like
Hondo down there, but
he's not it anymore.
Scotty's both in C.
That's fine. Sidney Moncrief stinks, guys.
I mean, he's 6'3" point guard D. Moncrief's all right though. He's underrated.
He's got a good release, but he
don't
stinks.
Give Moncrief credit he deserves.
He stinks. If you give Steven Jackson Showtime, he's good.
I mean, he's B. With these cards, the way they are, he's B tier.
He is, but if you give him Showtime, Steven Jackson is very, very good.
And then I think we're gonna put one more in B tier, and it's gonna be Vince.
I don't mind
and then we're gonna put in my wild card. There's always one wild card where I just put a card that I
ain't no way he putting Tyreek Evans in A tier. There's no way
that most people would think is too high, and that's Tyreek Evans in A tier. Does Tyreek Evans suck on current gen? Yes. Is Tyreek Evans a god on next gen? Yes. So
A tier DBG
for me. Tyreek Evans is going.
I just don't know DBG.
And then Vince Carter. Again, Vince would be very, very close to going up. I really like that release.
Vince is just okay. He's only 6'6".
I used him a few times on both gens. He's chicken man on both gens. But 6'6".
He just doesn't do anything that spectacular.
Vince, you're going A tier as well.
That's fine.
You're going A tier.
My battles.
Definitely a better love for Jordan JR. Steve Smith, I mean, 22 Curry sliding.
Steve Smith's good.
Like worse Jimmy Butler. He's like, actually, no, he's better. He's like worse Dark Matter Jimmy. He's like better. He's also better Opal Jimmy. So
don't sleep on Steve Smith. He's fine.
I mean, B.
Low B, high C.
He's
probably.
kind of underrated, but
he is. Also he definitely is underrated.
750 tokens. Tracy McGrady's.
He's not 750 tokens. Yeah, he is 750 tokens. Oh my goodness. That's crazy to me. That the Galaxy was like that's crazy.
The same card. The only difference between Tracy McGrady, these two cards is
T-Mac, man. I loved you in 250 though. You always have a special place in my heart. The Galaxy Opal T-Mac.
TyDeBo.
He was one of my best players in 250.
He's a little bit taller, 6'4", so I'll give him C tier.
I guess.
These last three guys, Wally Zerbiak.
I don't know about Wally, man.
Screw it. Wally Zerbiak's better than Steve Smith. Steve Smith, you go down.
I just don't know about Wally's release, man. I'm not sold on Wally's release. Zach is so mid. D tier?
C tier and C tier?
I guess.
Like one high C tier.
I'll pick my battles. I've never liked Zach LaVine in this.
I've
never liked Zach LaVine this year in 2Ks.
This has been the tier list.
Here's my thing. Do you guys think Galaxy Opal Kobe is better than everybody at A tier? Because the guys I would have over Galaxy Opal Kobe, current gen wise, are Van Arsdale, both Van Arsdales. I would have Radioactive T-Mac over him, even on current gen. I would have Dwyane Wade over him. I would have Josh Smith. I'd have Kawhi Leonard. I'd have all those guys over Galaxy Opal Kobe.
But I can guarantee you will be received the worst. Because in my opinion, if you are using Tracy, or if you're using, say, this Kobe right here in game, and you are using Zach LaVine, for example, and you're not you're not out there like baiting lanes and everything, and you're at the same skill level on offense, you will not notice much of a difference.
I agree at the same time, but it's like how, as far as complete, I get what DBG is saying, and DBG is right. Like, DBG is 100% right.
Like, yeah, I think the gap between C tier.
I mean, if Kobe's gonna be a
is
Galaxy
bigger than the
Opal
gap
tier,
between some cards and C tier.
it's just it's not even right.
Like yes, some cards in C tier aren't low, but high C tier versus B tier versus S tier. You can make a legitimate argument.
If 100%. You can make a legit argument that Clay's better than Kobe, and I think about 30% of the people probably think that
cards that I have in B tier are better than these guys in S tier. If you prefer the releases and the animations,
right, 100%,
and vice versa,
it's
you
all
can make the argument
preference
there,
based,
and you can make the argument there. All
and that's the big thing. Like I don't think
if I were gonna push
I don't
up
rate
players,
Kobe as highly as DBG does.
I would probably push up the Van Aerdales.
That's fine.
That's who I would push
for
up
me.
The Van
For me, it would probably be Josh Smith.
And Josh Smith.
Right, Smith would be my first, and then
I'm gonna
probably
do that.
Van Aerdales.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna push up the Van Aerdales and Josh Smith, and I'm gonna stick it with this as
that's
the tier
fine.
List.
I'm fine with that
Because
I'd push up Josh Smith.
I'm gonna.
You gotta move
I'm
Clay
just
up.
Think who's my favorite player.
No. I thought he was gonna move Sarut or something. You gotta move Clay up, DBG.
Do I give Invincible Harden?
No, Clay.
I'm gonna give Showtime Steven Jackson.
Okay.
He's the best out of these. And
Clay.
I don't know whether to put in Drazen, Invincible Harden, or Invincible Big O.
Why does he hate Clay so much?
I prefer Invincible Big O to Harden.
Like, I rate Clay pretty highly, so it's intriguing why DBG doesn't like Clay at all.
Most people prefer Harden. I'll give Harden the nod. And then, of these guys down here, my favorite is Mikal Bridges, but I'm not going to move him.
Don't put him over Clay. Please move Clay
I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
All right, that's fine. I think Clay is underrated for DBG, how he's talking about it. I like Clay.
This
I like
is my
Clay,
tier list.
Overall, this is a lot better than where it started.
Definitely argue a lot of these players because I think they're so...
This is definitely a lot better than it started, especially with AI and
So if you want to say in the comments that one player deserves to be in a different position, I'm not going to argue.
I think Clay might be the most out of position, honestly.
Also close.
I think Clay is probably the guy that I think is most out of position. Let me know who you guys think is most out of position, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.